I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl. It's Sunday morning. It's pretty early. We're starting our stream early today. This is because it's going to be the last big stream I'm going to be able to do for quite some time. Damn the work. But we've got to pay the bills, and my job means I have to travel. So, yeah, April, May. It's going to be pretty much a write-off. There will be a few streams. But not to the normal schedule. That said, logged into PoE2 this morning, just to, normally as I do before a stream, I log into a game to check it out, and I've been having so many issues with the servers. So, kind of feels to me like they need to do some server restarts, maybe some more hot fixes. I know there's people playing the game, but it's just not good when you're having so many issues with the game. So, I'm going to be playing some Last Epoch. I'm going to play through the campaign. We're going to try out a Paladin for the first time. And if we manage to complete the campaign and we finish the campaign of the Paladin, maybe we'll play some PoE2 at the end, but we'll see what time it is. We are starting early, right? So, because I was kind of getting into that mercenary artillery ballista build. But, that said, I want to have a long stream with a nice smooth experience, which is not what we're getting right now at PoE2 with crashes and massive stuttering and lag and everything else. So, without further ado, we're going to be going down the Sentinel Paladin route. We've done a Mage Sorcerer, we've done a Rogue Marksman, we've done a Sentinel Void Knight, and we've done an Acolyte Lich. Now, Mage Sorcerer, wasn't a fan. Didn't enjoy that. Gotta say. Rogue Marksman, I enjoy the principle. I didn't enjoy the build. We did Raining Traps. Acolyte Leech, I like that a lot. That was very fun to play. But I don't really feel like it's for beginners. Because there's a lot of, like, particularly when you're fighting bosses you've never fought before and stuff like that, because you're the trading of health, right? So you're trading your health, you're going into a fight, you need to know when the boss abilities are and that sort of stuff. But it's very fun to play, turning into the Reaper and all that sort of stuff. Very fun to play. The Void Knight was by far my favourite. Love the Void Knight, wicked. So we're going to play another central class. We're going to play the Paladin. Now, I know the Forge Guard's having a lot of rework done, so that's why I chose the Paladin. It's also something that's kind of like the opposite of the Void Knight, but we're going to see how it is actually in practice. And then if we have a chance to stream before the 17th, then we will try out an Acolyte Warlock and see how that goes. Or an Acolyte Necromancer. While there's the idea of the Warlock, the Necromancer does appeal. So, but let's start playing the goddamn game, right? That's why we're all here. So, enough talk. Create new online character. Yes. Cycle. Yes. Sentinel. Yes. This is where we go. We're going down the Paladin pathway. So, yeah, we'll see how this Paladin plays out. Ghost Owl Paladin. Cool. Right. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Right, let's make sure our controller's working. Controller detected. A controller has been plugged in. It's a bit of luck. We're going just on normal mode and create character. Though the solo account found, solo character found. I don't need to do this because of the whole Circle of Fortune thing. So for me, I like solo account found. That's how I play, right? If it's in my stash, I can use type of thing. But the Circle of Fortune thing is brilliant. Anyway, just sticking with normal, and let's create a character.
In the beginning, there was darkness.
We are going to skip that because we've now seen it 4 times. This is number 5. Let's familiarise ourselves. Let's get our stuff set up. There we go.
This land is peaceful. I must warn them before Raya scorches this place to ash.
Okay. There we go. We have a bastard
Travesty
sword.
wishes to destroy us and steal Eterra's legacy. We can't let that happen. We need Herot's help. Your help.
Oh, that's a 2-hander. Do I want a 2-hander or am I going shield? Let me see. 2-hander. Why not? We just pick up a blue shield. Nice. It'll be interesting to see how this plays in comparison to the Void Knight. And just like the other ones we've done, we will be following the max roll leveling build guide. That keeps it, for me, it kind of keeps it right. I like to try the build guides out. And so far, the only build guide for leveling on max roll that didn't work for me was the sorcerer. It just didn't work. It was so mana intensive that it wasn't fun. Spin to win. Yeah, it just wasn't fun. That was the thing. Hurricane Forestry Axe. Oh. Yeah, and in the end, actually, it was quite interesting because at the end of the sorcerer thing, we beat the final boss, and it was a slog. It was a slog beating the final boss. With the help of Twitch chat, we were able to rebuild the build to a point where it was actually way different. Nice. There we go.
When you're with me, I can what good. Are you all good? Names no one come. Let me watch you fight.
You can. You may watch me. You may watch me fight. Got a passive point though. And the first point is we're going into 4 points of Juggernaut. Strength, Fire Res, Void Res. Bosh. Hey look, I've got another follower. In game this time. In game. Holy moly.
Smoke.
Now there's actually one person watching my stream. Just happens to be in the game. It ends. You've ended here. Spin to win.
Destruction. And for what?
Ooh, a Warrior's Jade Ring and a specialized slot. It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. Right. Gladius. We got Lunge now. Look at this. Skills of go-go. Right, another point into that. Right, but what have we got? So, hang on, that's right trigger. So let's right trigger spin to win. Let's left trigger lunge. No, let's left trigger. Let's have lunge under Y. Dodge is B anyway. Let's have that just for left trigger for now. That's Vengeance. Yeah, that works. And then hammer throw is right button. Good. I can work with that. In fact, I do have a slot open. So into this one, we're going to put Hammer Bro. And the first one we're going to do is down here, which is attack speed. Nice.
Where'd you learn to fight?
Well, funny story. If you're talking about where did I learn to fight in video games, the probably first video game that I had to fight in was maybe Skate or Die, or maybe the original Gauntlet on the Spectrum, or maybe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Spectrum. So that's a possibility, yeah. If you're talking about ARPGs, let's go with that and see how that works for us. If you're talking about ARPGs, well, I learnt to fight ARPGs in true ARPG fashion, PoE 2, because that's the first ARPG I played before coming here. Unless you count V Rising as an ARPG, because it's kind of got ARPG aesthetics, right? Being a survival game player, you know, V Rising is But V Rising kind of plays a bit like an ARPG. It's just got a bit of a survival element to it. So I guess if you counted V Rising as ARPG, that would be the first ARPG game I played. Before that, it's all MMOs and survival games and FPS and stuff like that. But we have the ARPG bug. And I'm really loving it. I do want to play Grim Dawn. People keep recommending me Grim Dawn, and I do need to give that a go. I need to find out if Grim Dawn's offline. I can try and play it on the Steam Deck, given how many hours I'm going to be spending on airplanes over the next few months. This I love so much. Oh my god, I wish PoE 2 had something like this. For someone that plays solo account found as opposed to self-found, I do like to play account-based. Having the Circle of Fortune to do that as opposed to trade, which I don't like to do. Oh my god, I love it. I think it's an amazing thing. Amazing thing. All right then. Ooh. Chance to ignite on hit could be nice. Right, what have we got here? Physical damage, dodge and lightning. I don't want a shield. Gloves. Mana. The spear is just good at the moment, right? So we'll just keep it. It's still early days. Do we have any gold? I love this account sharing stuff. This is very much me as an MMO player who's also a ridiculous alcoholic. That's a good thing. Hey, look, we've got some stuff. Cool. Right, no idols yet. What do we have any? Like trash gear, probably none of it we can wear yet, right? Doesn't look like. We got some freaking cool swords and stuff though that we could potentially try out. That's all gear set stuff. Experimental. What hand? We were looking for some experimental hands, right? What was it? What was it called? Need to keep an eye out for where was it? Gloves with experimental ward per missing health. Ward gain on kill. There you go. 4% of missing health gained as ward. Those are the gloves that I want to put on. I'm going to put them down here. Put them down here. And then what else did we get? Legendary. We got anything good in legendary? That's a legendary mace. I mean, that's a... I don't really... Spear. Poison. It doesn't look like we've got anything that amazing in legendary. Snowdrift. Judgment. Which we're not going down. Cold damage. Cold rare. Cinder strike. No. No void and necrotic damage. No, it doesn't look like we've got anything in legendary that we're going to be able to get really that much benefit. We've got an amulet there. 35% less health regen. That's leech. Minions. No. Okay. And then uniques. Well, we got a unique or two. What have we got? Minion armor. Chill. Minion poison. That's a one-hander. Acid flask. Dodge dex. Melee cold. Keeper's gloves. No, doesn't look like we've got anything that amazing here either. What about this one? Crusader, Judgment stuff. Companion. Buffett, hello, what do you think about the new PoE 2 update? Right. I have only played a Merc Tactician. So, I can tell you, playing a mercenary, did I struggle during, and I've only got to midway through Act 3. Did I struggle during the campaign? No. I had one death, and that was because of an ability a boss did, which I just forgot the mechanic. And then I killed him straight after. Does the game feel way different? Yes. Does the campaign feel much slower? Yes. Do I like the slower campaign? Now, here's the thing. If I was playing through the campaign once and done, like I just bought Elden Ring, I'm going to play through the story, and I'm probably never going to do that campaign and play through the story again for another 2-3 years, I wouldn't have a problem with the speed. Would I want to play through that campaign every 3 to 4 months for a new league or season at that speed? Absolutely not. And I think that's the thing. If it was a once and done, or a once and done for 2 to 3 years, I wouldn't have a problem with the speed of the campaign. The other thing that I don't like with the nerfs is they've nerfed so much that I really feel like the variety of builds has been narrowed. I know they wanted to nerf the meta, but my issue is the way they've done it. Right? They've done one massive patch with far too many changes, and for early access, I think that's bad. I've never seen a game that's put such a big patch of balance changes get it right, because too many things interact. They should have bitten the bullet and accepted the fact the game is early access, not release. Screw this whole new league and everything, and it should have been small, regular, iterative patches, nerfs and buffs. So if you've got an outlying ridiculous meta, then nerf it a little bit, see how it goes. Nerf it a little bit, see how it goes. Whereas they've taken these builds and nerfed them to oblivion, and I don't think that's the best way of doing it. Iterative patching, I think, is a much better way of approaching the problem. And I also think if you're going to do iterative patching, people are going to complain about respecs. I think that during early access only, passive tree respec and ascendancy change should be free, right? They should allow you to respec the tree as many times as you want, as much as you want, totally for free. And I think you should be able to change ascendancy totally for free, right? And I don't care if every single day you log in, you get a little window that pops up when you respec that says, this is only free during early access. But my understanding for early access is you've got a game which isn't fully complete, which isn't fully balanced. If you can't regularly make changes and then allow people to experiment and play with stuff, then that's bad. So right now, I enjoy the foundation of PoE 2. The latest patch, not the most favourite, and the reason we're playing Last Epoch right now is because when I went into PoE 2 this morning, the servers were just garbage. I kept getting disconnected, lag, everything else. So, kind of feel like it needs a couple more hot fixes, maybe some server restarts just to make it really playable. But in terms of playing a mercenary tactician, I didn't feel any trouble at all. And in fact, the build I've got now, utilizing Glacial Bolt and Artillery Ballista, was demolishing stuff in Act 3. So there is some strong stuff in there. I just feel it's a little limited. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. Like I say, just you know, and bearing in mind, right? I'm brand new to ARPGs, right? My first ARPG, proper ARPG, was PoE 2 in December, and I've been playing Last Epoch for about 3 weeks. So, please bear that in mind. I'm as noob as it gets when it comes to ARPGs, right? Okay. Do you know, it doesn't look like I've got a unique... Oh, shit. Doesn't look like I've got a good... Yeah, thanks, the servers are shit today. Absolutely. Absolutely. To the point where I'm like, I don't want to stream this. You know, I streamed PoE 2 on the first day. And in the first 2 hours, I had about 20 disconnects. And I suffered through it because it was day 1. But it's day 3. And I don't want to do that for 10 hours. So we're playing Last Epoch. And I'm having a blast in Last Epoch as well, I have to say. I'm not one that sits on a Last Epoch or a PoE 2 camp. One, I'm too new to ARPGs. Haven't been playing either games long enough. But I'm also a variety gamer. I play lots of different games. So for me, if there's 2 games in the same genre that play differently, that both have their good and bad points, it's a great thing. I think it's great that you've got 2 good games to choose from, 3 good games, 4 good games, whatever it is. So, you know, I'm not one that sits in one side or the other. I think variety is good, particularly on content which is seasonal, because you can play the new season on one game, play that through for a month or 2, go play the season on another game, which is good too. So yeah, but yeah, I don't fit in one camp or another. I don't like it when people go, you must only play this game. No, that's why there are so many games out there. Man, I can't play all the games I want to play. I just don't have the time. Even as a full-time streamer, I would struggle to play all the games I want to play.
Stand down or die.
Level 5, look at that. We're cooking on gas, man. No, out of mana. Who'd have thought? Feel like I'm on my saucer again. Right, what to pick up? We got a helmet. Lightning rares, physical rares. I think I'll take the physical rares. Physical rares always a bit nicer. Ooh, plant. Rude. And health regen, chance to ignite on hit. We're not using any ignite things, so I'll take the health regen right now. Health regen is good. And let's take passive. Another point into a Juggernaut. And skills. I'm going to put a point into weighted hammers. Damage 15, projectile speed slightly slower, but that's fine. You hope on the 17th, LE servers will be okay? Man, do you know...